Given that there are two main methods to bringing in your GPS coordinates and field data into your geographic information system, either by keying it in or cabling it over, well, how do you decide which is the best method to use? Well, my rule of thumb is use the best method, the most appropriate method for the job. If you have just a few points, it's not a bad exercise to key them in because it provides for lots of good teaching moments. For example, if you or your students key in 43.09 latitude instead of 43.90 latitude, those 2 points are quite a bit off.
Let's use ArcGIS Explorer Online to test the difference between 43.09 latitude and 43.90 latitude. I'm going to use an arbitrary longitude line of 123 degrees west, just for fun. 43.09 latitude is right here in the southern Oregon mountains. It's at the push pin. Let's go ahead and zoom out a bit. Excellent. What about 43.9 latitude? Let's go ahead and zoom to that. There's 43.90 latitude and the same longitude. That's in the valley down by a town called Crestwell, Oregon. Let's go ahead and zoom out so we can see both points. Let's use our measure tool and change to, how about miles, to figure out how far apart these points are. Wow, 57 miles. So, precision matters and accuracy matters.
And so it provides for lots of good teachable moments. If you have a lot of points, though, it's best to use a cable. The reason is because you don't want to turn your whole activity into a data keying exercise.
Similarly, how do you decide which geographic information systems or GIS tools to use? For example, do you use ArcGIS Desktop, where you have hundreds of functions to accomplish goals, ranging from spatial statistics to graphs and more? Or do you use something like ArcGIS Explorer? This is a 3D globe, and you have the capability of adding your own data to it. Or do you use ArcGIS Explorer Online, which allows, in a web browser, you to do some pretty powerful things, as well as some additional tools, such as presentations and measurement? Or do you go with the ArcGIS Online JavaScript viewer? This allows you in a web browser to view, save, and share hundreds or thousands of different kinds of maps, ranging from base maps to specialized thematic maps such as Landsat imagery, soils, or geology. There's also customized applications. For example, if you wanted to find out neighborhood clusters, or recent earthquakes, or comparing old versus new Landsat imagery for your community or halfway around the world. And also, do you run these applications on your laptop or desktop computer or on a mobile device? Again, as we talked about before, use the most appropriate tool for the job. Also, the lines between these tools are blurring. So for example, if you're using ArcGIS Desktop, you can bring in data and applications and functions, for example geocoding, from the online environment or the cloud.
So again, use the most appropriate method for the job and for the goals that you have for that particular lesson.